Fib.NQ on the 9. Fib.NQ on the 3.
Alrighty then, mic check, mic check. Good morning, everybody. Changing the name of the stream there. One moment. All right, new release update. So make sure you first uninstall the old version.
Harmonic NQ on the 6.
If you are having trouble uninstalling, easiest way is to go into your documents folder, go to NinjaTrader 8, and inside that folder you will see uninstall AlgoBox Pro if you have an old version. Run the uninstaller, then head on over to our website, get the download. There is a direct link for premium members in the Discord. Go to the premium download, get this file right there, 9.9.3.1. I'll go ahead and launch the installer here.
NQ on the 6.
First page, of course. Next, and
NQ on the 3.
This is really the only kind of new part. If you installed the latest version before, you'll remember we no longer need to run all three of these. If you want everything, select the bottom one only, and that will install everything. First one is gold, second one is Enigma, third one is Autobot pack plus the Enigma. So I'm just going to select the bottom option, click next, hit agree, next, finish all the way through, and you'll be good to go. I've already run this, so I'm going to go ahead and exit right now. But once you complete the installer, you'll just launch NinjaTrader. And then let's go through the workspaces. The very first workspace that will launch will be this one. This is the 1080p Lite. Remember, I'm doing a 4K live stream here, so I've got about 4 times the amount of workspace as a standard 1080p. So the left-hand side, this would be 1/4 of my screen there, and you could do 4 of these on a screen. So top left, 1080p. This is what your workspace will look like once you launch. And let's go to the first main new feature, the audio box. So audio box is now available to you local, so you'll be able to run your own version of audio box. You can hear it clicking here on the live stream right now because I have the workspace for it open. So the easiest way to do this is to just have it open in a separate workspace. So if you open up your workspaces, you'll see, let me take this off of always on top. There we go. If you open up your workspaces, you'll see a full workspace called AlgoBox Audio Box Official. Remember, this is a workspace, even though it's only got one chart. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and that will launch a single chart, probably up in the top left for you, like this.
NQ on the 3.
You can put it anywhere you want. Right up top, you'll see a button that says Audio Box Off. And of course, as you might have guessed, if I click on that, it will turn green and will turn on here.
Fib.NQ on the 3.
Okay. Let's see. You can have 2 workspaces open at once with AudioBox, letting it run behind. We've also added that to the we've added that to the system to where any of our instruments now will run in the background. So that is another new feature enhancement change. So if you have multiple tabs open, let's expand this one and make it a little bit larger here. And I'm going to put my control center over here so you guys can see some of the new buttons as well.
Fib.NQ on the 3.
My voice is echoing. Okay, let me fix that.
Fib.NQ on the 3.
All right, mic check, mic check. How about now? Is that better?
Fib.NQ on the 3.
Worse? Good? Better?
Fib.NQ on the 3. Fib.NQ on the 3. Fib.NQ on the 9.
Yes, you can have the other workspace running in the background. That's correct. So on this workspace, let's take a couple of notes. If I right click on the chart here and I go into the indicators, so you'll see the Flowmaster AlgoBox chart right there. So if I click on it, if you want to add this indicator to any chart, because again, you can add this to any chart that you want. I do recommend kind of running it on its own for now. Some of the primary settings, make sure this is selected on price change. I saw a few screenshots in the room. They were saying, hey, mine's not working. This is key right here. Okay, make sure you've got this set to on price change. Get that. Everybody type a 1 in the chat. If you don't know what that means, type a 2. Make sure you tell your friends, anybody else who's not hearing sounds, if they're having any issues, to select on price change
on the 3.
Calculate section right here. The sounds are set to, these are the original OGs. Remember, if you know the history, recorded one of my
Fib.NQ on the 3.
Young little dudes, helicopter toys for the clack sound and the pump sound. I think that came from somewhere else, but we've got the up dink and the down dink. If you want to record your own, just make sure that you make it exactly the same amount of time.
Harmonic NQ on the 6.
You can use Audacity or whatever your other favorite audio editor is if you want to make your own sounds. In the future, we may create our own as well so that you can have alternatives if you want to do things, different sounds for different instruments. That might be an idea. If you want to run crude oil on a different sound, type of thing. So, any other questions around that? Let me see. Let me look in the chat here. Pop any questions in the audio about the AlgoBox there in the chat. If you're having issues, let me know. We'll try to walk you through. The input series is innocuous. It really doesn't matter what range you put it on. I chose the 30 range just because it's a nice big one to keep out of the way. If you would like to make your chart like mine, remember there is a template on every chart we have. So if I right click a chart and I go to templates, I can also just add, not really add, but you want to apply the entire template to a chart. There's the AlgoBox _local now available to you if you did the installation. Some of the things that we'll do, if you go into the data series, you'll notice that all of the bar features are set to transparent. All right, Dorian, you said that you're still not getting any sound. Could you post a screenshot into the Discord chat and let me take a look at it?
Divergence down NQ on the 9.
So you notice I've got, right now it's a Monday, so kind of into a Sunday. I've got 3 days of data set here, but you could just have 1 day. But on the weekends, on Sunday, you would need to do 3 days of data because there's no data coming in from the markets on Saturday and Sunday. So you want 3 days back so that it will include Friday's data.
Fib.NQ on the 6. Fib.NQ on the 9.
You think the sound file's not there, make sure you run the install. The installer will put those files in those locations. If you aren't hearing it and you've checked these settings, I would do a quick check back, go run the uninstall one more time, run the installer again.
NQ on the 3.
Another thing to check is if you go into that indicator, see if these two sounds are listed.
Harmonic NQ on the 6.
If they're not, you can choose the file, hit the selection drop down, and you'll need to check that it's going to go into your C program files NinjaTrader 8 sounds. Dorian, did you get yours working? Does that work now?
Fib.NQ on the 6.
And if you guys could let me know, is the microphone working now, or is there still an echo?
Fib.NQ on the 9. Fib.NQ on the 6.
Don said if you're running 8028,
Fib.NQ on the 6.
Well, I'm running on 8028.
Fib.NQ on the 3. DCDMNQ on the 3. DCDMNQ on the 3. DCDMNQ on the 3.
Did you say the sound is playing in Discord? Yeah, I've disconnected the audio box from floor, so I don't think it should be there. Hey Don, can you rerun the installer? You go to your C program files, NinjaTrader
on the 3.
Sounds folder.
Harmonic NQ on the 3.
Yeah, George, if you're listening,
Harmonic
it's
NQ on the
not
3.
in the Documents NinjaTrader 8 folder. It is in C Program Files. Are you saying it went to the wrong place? Oh, I do see that. Okay, one moment. Yeah, I see the issue. My apologies. Okay. Yeah, I see it here. Okay. Well, shoot.
On the 9.
All right. Let me get an update out to fix that here. Yeah, my apologies. You're right. So the sound files went into the Documents NinjaTrader 8 folder instead of the NinjaTrader. Okay. Fix that in the installer.
Harmonic NQ on the 6.
Fix that bug. I tried to rush all that last minute stuff in there over the weekend and solved it on your own. Yeah, but that should be there by default. So my apologies on that. The default is there. So yeah, you can assign those. The two files right now, the audio files, are inside of your NinjaTrader 8 folder. So that's a little bit annoying, isn't it? Okay. I was like, now we've solved the problem. Okay. Let me go and do an update on the installer in a little bit, but you can right click the chart for now if you want the workaround fix. Go into the Flowmaster audio box and select the file itself, choose file, and then hit the drop down, go and point the first one to the up sound and the second one down to the down there, and those are, apologies, in the Documents NinjaTrader 8 folder with the install. They did not go to the sounds folder. I know exactly where to go and might make that change, so I apologize.
Fib.NQ
could be a quick
on the
fix.
6.
Okay, Don, did yours work?
Harmonic NQ on the 6.
After you pointed it there. I know some people, it was actually working for them. I don't know how that's even possible. But that's good. Okay. Other workspace. Let's go back to standard light. And we disconnect from live here, and let's connect to playback. All right, and let's go grab Friday here, and we'll demonstrate some of the new spread targets and stop stacks buttons here at the bottom of the chart. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the AudioBox official. And now that I'm on Market Replay, I'm going to turn AudioBox on Market Replay. On, and then switch back to my workspace. Okay, so that's running in the background and should be good for me. It does take a moment for AudioBox to warm up. So if it doesn't start clacking right away, it does, it's gathering details, getting a whole lot of the tape kind of starting to flow through. It's getting the current speed, all that kind of stuff. So import there. That didn't go to the proper date here. Let's go to recent Friday. Then
Fib.NQ on the 3.
yeah, if you're having troubles with the AudioBox files, I'll put out a fix update on that right after this stream here. But you can get it to work if you just select the files manually. And the files look like they're currently going into the Documents NinjaTrader 8 folder instead of into the Sounds folder. So I'll get that updated in a quick fix. But if you want to get yours working right now, just hit the drop downs in the parameters there and select two sound files. You need a sound for the up sound and a sound for the down sound. Got it. Sorry about that. Okay.
Harmonic NQ on the 3. Harmonic NQ on the 3. Fib.NQ on the 3. Fib.NQ on the 3. Divergence up NQ harmonic on the 9. NQ on the 3. Harmonic NQ on the 6. Fib.NQ on the 3. Fib.NQ on the 3. Fib.NQ on the 9.
All right, red gold, you got yours working there. Okay, so let's take a look here. So right here, got our double delta to the left. Nice PRZ cross. So let's say I want to take a long right here. So let's make this a little more dramatic and let's go to bigger here. And I'm going to press the buy button a few times. So let's say that I were to press this 3 times. So you may have been in a situation like this and your targets might be all spread out. Actually, let's do a bunch. Let's make it nice and juicy here. Press play and add some more. So you'll notice this is it size how the buttons are. All right, so let's go through spread targets and stack stops here on the bottom left. So each tick near is going to take all of the targets and it's going to choose the nearest target. If I press near, on the right hand side we have far. So near or far are referring to the targets. So this is going to be the nearest target and this is going to be the farthest target. To probably emphasize the drama on this, I'm going to press the far button first. So what this is going to do is just by pressing this each tick far, this is going to stack all of the targets behind the farthest target right here. Yeah, so I'm going to press each tick far. So what this does is puts it on every target back behind it. Now, if I press each other tick, this will spread them every other tick. So basically kind of 2 tick distance between each one. Oh, and I pressed far, so that just bumped it up a little bit farther. I should have pressed the near on that one. So now the farthest one becomes this one, right? So if I press that again, all these are going to stack up back behind the farthest. They're tick far, so there they go, stacking back behind. Now let's say that I want to go, you know what? I think the targets are probably going to come here to this white level right here. I think this target up here to the next white cross. This would be a good spot. And then I want to stack all of them right back behind it. So now I'm going to do each tick near. Boom. Now all of them stack up right behind the nearest. Or if I'm like, you know what? I think it's going to go all the way to that 15,950. I'll put one tick right there. And then I want to put that, since that's now the farthest one, I'm going to hit each tick far. There you go. If I want to spread those, I'm going to do every other tick. There we go. Now they're 2 ticks apart. Got that? So let's put this down here and I'm going to do each tick near. We'll press play. But before I do that, let me now stack my stops. How many times do you have your stops? Might be all kind of all messy back here and you're like, oh, I need to get them. I need to get all of these back behind the cross, right? So you're here, then you got to move this one, and then move this one. Or we can just press stack 30. Stack 30 will put it 30 ticks behind, or 10 or 20, obviously. But I like to give me a little bit of space. So I've got it set to 30, boom. And now I put my stop right there. Now all of them are stacked up together. If I want to spread them out because I want to grab some for some reason, I can press the spread so I can grab them individually. I can put them back here. If I wanted to, I don't know, maybe have the whole set there, I could do that. Press stack 20. So let's say that the trade is going in my direction and I want to lock in and I want to risk, only 10. I can press stack 10. That's going to put the trade or the stops 10 ticks behind the current price right there. So in this case, I would hit there, put it behind cross stop on a scenario like this. And let's let it play through.
Target filled. Target filled.
So there's a lot of great uses for this. We'll be using these in the live markets, and you'll kind of see how we can, you've heard me like, you can get some extra ticks out of those. And it's always been something that I've kind of wanted to do, but now we can just do it with a click of a button. It'd be nice to be able to, stack them perfectly behind. But how many times, okay, it's like, I know that price is going to go right here, but sometimes it'll go a few more ticks. This lets you just stack those up and hit that. So go back here and here.
Fib.NQ on the 9.
I still see some people having some issues with the sound. Yes, Craig, you can definitely send files to that folder as well. Absolutely. Okay, so any questions around the near and far options there? Just play with it a little bit. Takes a little getting used to, but that's going to be super handy there. Practice with it. You know, go into market replay, do a lot of practice with it. Even myself, I'm not great with it yet. I'm going to have to kind of get used to, okay, I'm just going to start to think in my brain. Left hand side is near, right hand side is far, near, far, near, far, near, far, near, far. Keep telling myself near, far. Okay, got it. Near on the left, far on the right. Each tick, every other tick. So every other tick, far, every other tick, near, type of thing, right? Okay. Ryan saying he's having a hard time deciding which one he's more excited about, the buttons or the audio box. Yeah, I mean, I think these are really awesome features. I kind of call it these kind of finalizing features here. Hopefully less feature enhancement drops as we go into 2024. I really want to focus in on really showcasing our work, getting into live streams. I don't know, ICT has claimed that he's going to do a competition with us next year. We'll see if that actually happens, if he jumps in and goes or not. That will be a small account challenge. He's gone from come on, Vinny, I'll put $3 million in an escrow. Like, okay, let's do that. Let's do that for charity. That's awesome. Then he backs out of that. He says, oh, let's go 50K. You're gonna have to do 50K in account. Okay, so I go out and we do 50K, and he backs out of that. And then now we're at, okay, guys, I'm gonna do a $10,000 account. Okay, so now he's claiming he's gonna do $10,000 in the Robins. Of course, how many accounts is he gonna run? Who even knows? So we'll see how that goes. But into 2024, this should be the final release before all the fun of next year. So be cool. Someone said, so no sound on the floor. I'm confused. Yeah, it's a new release. Where's Eddie at? Where's tech support? Where's Curtis? If you guys could help direct some people there in the chat, that would be fantastic. Yeah, I know. I always say I'm not sure if I come up with any better ideas, and then that would be cool. Yeah, I'm gonna tap on wood this time, and I'm gonna say it again. I don't think it can get much better than this. Yeah, it's a new release. Please drop the link in the chat again for anybody. I know there's people coming in the mornings and things. Just keep sending link in the chat. Thank you, Pete. Appreciate it. Pete, I'm hiring. Are you available? Yeah, if you're behind in the video, press live. It'll be on the bottom right there on YouTube. Okay, let me see if I can get the... Yeah, it's still working. How can I edit the shit? All crazy. Let's see if I'll put it over here on the right. There we go. Okay. Is OP. Thank you, Vinny. No problem. Let's see. AlgoBox is on this. Sells either for me. Okay, Lewis, were you able to get yours to work? No thumps. Let me walk through that again. So let me show you how you can add this on any chart. So I'm going to close the other official workspace. Close that one. So if I wanted to add it to this chart, okay, I can right click, go to indicators. In the drop down menu here on the left, sorry, it's not a drop down, but in the available indicators section, I'm going to go to the audio box. Audio box. If I double click it, that's going to put it down here into the configured list down here at the bottom. And now I'll have the features over here on the right. Of course, by default, it should already have on price change. But as I said earlier, it's very important to make sure that you've got this calculating on price change, just to the nature of how this indicator works. In the up sound, choose a file, and the downside, down sound, choose a file as well. So if I choose a file, here I want to type the up dink, kind of call it the dink up. So I'm going to select the up dinker modified right there. Select OK. And then in the down, same thing, choose files. This is going to be called the down thump. Select OK. So those are your two sounds. Those are going to be your up and your down. Again, you can customize those to your liking if you want. Those are the original OGs I created years ago. All right, then we're going to click on OK. Now your chart will have an audio box button right up here at the top, and you that on. Select on, and it will look like this. All right. Do we have a variable for number of ticks for stacking in the future? No idea what that means. Which NT version is the best for AlgoBox? Now they are on 8.2. I'm sorry, 8.1.2 is the most recent for NinjaTrader. Go do the mic impersonation. I'm a little stuffier today, so it could be easier. Listen, guys. Going into the rabbits, okay? 5 accounts under my kid's accounts too, okay? I'm gonna win, okay? I'm gonna get on the leaderboard. I'm at 5 accounts, okay? What are the hours? What are the hours? What are the hours? Anybody? Anybody out there? What are the hours? Anybody? What are the hours? What are the hours? To be or not to be? Is the question. What are the hours? What are the hours? What are the hours? I need to learn to ask a question. Okay, checking in the chat. So it's no longer available on the Discord. That's correct. There is 60 minutes and an hour. Don't see the option to check horizontals for Flowmaster crosses. Now that's a great mention, which we turn into a question. So let's turn it into a question. So that I can answer. So we do have, that goes into our new features and enhancements. So on these, we now have rays instead of horizontals. Make a note. The horizontals are now called rays. We probably should have left them as horizontals to avoid the consternation. But if you go into crosses right here, now instead of drawing horizontals, it is called draw rays. That is the proper term. Horizontals will go left and to the right, but we really don't need those to draw to the left, so I'm having it only draw to the right. Now they are rays. I may rename that to horizontals to avoid the confusion, because we've used the horizontals language for so long. 3 lines. If you understand that, let me know, or if you have any questions on that. So now you'll notice in the crosses, instead of number of horizontals, it's number of rays. It's confusing. Sorry about that. You asked the hours for a tech support job. Well, I wouldn't hire you. You're just as bad as my current guys. What are the hours? Like, you have to be able to communicate well in English and be clear in your questions. You're fired. Not hired. You can't, the communication is when I was a younger lad, I didn't understand why people said communication is very important. Really hard. And I'm like, is it? I just don't think that communicating is hard. But I don't know. Some people are wired differently. We're all wired different. And communication is hard for a lot of people. Come to find out. Especially over text or conversation or chatting. You have to be able to put yourself in the mind of the person on the other end of your communication to know, what are they seeing? What are they thinking? You're not thinking of me. You're just thinking, oh, well, it's because I put it in. Yes, you in your context, you know exactly what you're asking. Like everybody knows. You know precisely what you're asking. I am sure you do. Getting that to convey to the other person, you want everybody to sit in your shoes, but you have to be able to put yourself in the other person's shoes. What does this person need? And answer that way. So, yeah, because there's 100 ways to answer that question. 90 minutes, you're talking about the hours that I trade, you're talking about the hours that I'm out here in a live stream, you're talking about the hours that we're talking a lot about the audio box. Are you saying what hours of the audio box work? I think I've made that clear. Like, you can run it in market replay, you can run it anytime you want. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I mean, we're looking for tech support staff to cover the. We need tech support global. We've got lots of people all around the world. Mainly, we need to be able to cover, typical standard scenario. 8 to 4 type of thing, but we have after hours too. So I'm looking to cover 2 shifts. I'd like 2 tech support to cover both and to be able to, people need to take time off, etc. And I have a little less of me and Curtis having to tackle all the tickets 7. All right. Yeah, and I mean, if you are interested in tech support, so a couple things that I have not had in the past from my tech support, like my old tech support, people that I hire, like for whatever reason, they won't communicate on social media. So if you're not going to communicate on social media, I don't want you. Okay, if you're in our crew, I don't know why. Like, I'll bring people in our crew like before they're active and chatting and whatnot, and then all of a sudden they get paid. They start getting paid, and all of a sudden they're like they can't communicate on social media. They can't. It's like walking and chewing bubblegum apparently is hard. Is what it is. Scott said, have AudioBox activated since the beginning of the stream. Workspace, calculate on price change, but haven't heard. Okay, did you post a screenshot in the chat yet? Yeah, it does seem you do need to make sure you check the sound files. Yeah, let me go fix that. Other features. So everything else is really enhancements. Let me look at our features list here. Everything else is bug fixes. Those are the only 2 really cool features. Even the ray, that was an adjustment to horizontals, minor change. Other stuff was performance related. Yes, the Enigma panel and the Enigma bot panel works as you probably intended it to originally. On next, it will uncheck. Check it. That's cute. Yeah, and we'll put out a bug fix for that. You can select the files and move them to where you want, or just select the drop down and choose the file. So let's go add the Enigma bot panel and we'll show that here real quick. Local audio box instrument specific, like if it's loaded NQ, is it only sounding for NQ or them all combined as before? No, it is specific. So it's whatever instrument you select. That's I don't know if I'd call that a full drawback or not specifically, but yes, different. But it now works on your machine. So that's the good news, but it's not, we don't have the proprietary combination like we had in the audio box room, but it's not really necessary. Like, went back and tested it a lot. It works great on any instrument. If you want a generic single one, then probably go and try the ES. ES is a guideline if you kind of want to cross all of the RTY, Nasdaq, Dow, Russell. But now you can also go over and do crude oil, gold, 6A, the Aussie, Japanese yen, anything you've got data for. Okay, I'm going to add the Enigma bot panel here real quick. All right, Scott, checking out your screenshot. Let me see here. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to see on your screenshot there, if you select the up sound, make sure that you select the sound in the drop down and the other, then press OK. And remember, the markets may not be super chatty right now. Well, arm long, arm short, and next. So this is, again, was just more of a kind of a fix and a enhancement. So before, you used to have to, after this took the next trade, you used to have to come back and arm long, arm short again. You no longer need to do that. Now, as the next trade is taken, this will go to gray and disable the next, and then you just go over and select it again. Let's go ahead and press fast forward here, and we'll let it take
harmonic NQ on the 6.
Let it automatically take the next play here.
On the 3. Enigma short on the NQ3.
Okay, so that just took the
fib.nq on the 3.
Short right there on
fib.nq
that
on
one.
the 3.
We need to change this back to small. Go small 612.
Target filled.
Harmonic.
Okay, so that just took that Enigma short.
Harmonic
Notice
on the 9.
the next is now disabled. So if I want to take the next trade again, I will select
fib.nq on the 3.
next. So the next Enigma that comes up, let's put this on 10x. Go pretty fast.
Harmonic NQ on the 6. NQ on the 6.
And the dots are going to be, I like to turn the sound off on the dots when I'm running market replay. So if you want to do that as well, so I'm going to come in here to dots. I'm going to uncheck the algo voice. Mic volume is dynamically lowering, too low too often. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I turned it down earlier because somebody was saying there was echo, but then I think, how about now? Is that going to be better again? Yeah. Sorry about that. Yes, this one will be available. Also try to cut it up afterwards, so it'll be just the main parts.
J-hook long NQ on the 3.
Okay, so when you select next, that means it's going to take the next Enigma entry, and then it will not take the one after it. Different than continuous.
NQ on the 6.
Oh, there's another nice PRZ cross long. I want to stack that.
Target
get used to using my
filled.
stack buttons there.
Fib.nq on the 6. Fib.nq on the 6. Harmonic NQ on the 3. Enigma short on the NQ3.
Target
so it automatically took that Enigma. So you'll notice that now it will not take the next play. You see, so it just took one and disabled, even though it says arm long and arm short, it's not going to take the next one.
Fib.nq.
Let's let another one go by here.
Fib.nq on the harmonic NQ on the 3. NQ on the 6. Enigma long on the NQ3. Fib.nq on the 6.
So you see the green right there. So we did not take that one. So if I come over here and press next, now I've re-engaged it, and maybe I increase my quantity. I'll go 4, so this will be 8 contracts it should take next, right? 4 quantity times 2 orders.
Harmonic NQ on the 3. NQ on the 6. Fib.nq on the 6. Fib.nq on the 9.
Again, you guys and your questions, man. What does it have to do with, are they based in Chicago?
Harmonic NQ on the 3.
Bro.
Fib.NQ on the 6.
Oh, man. Are your bots based in Chicago? No, they're obviously local to you. Or if that's not obvious, they're local on your machine, my friend. The code is running local to you.
Fib.NQ on the 6. Divergence down NQ on the 9.
Alex said, I just tuned in.
Fib.NQ on the 6.
If we want ES audio box, we just duplicate
Enigma
the NQ audio box
NQ3.
chart. That's correct. Yes.
Target.
It can be put on
target
any chart.
filled.
Okay, so that just took the next Enigma there and hit another set of targets.
Fib.NQ on the 6.
If I turn audio box on there, didn't hear any of that, right? Yes, will it work on another? So I can right click. I'm going to duplicate window here and change it to the ES. So I do need to unlink the color here. No instrument link, that way they don't all change. But if I wanted this to be on the ES, no problem. Audio box on. And you're ready to roll.
Fib.NQ on the 9. Harmonic NQ on the 3.
And we just use the audio box indicator as default. Yes.
Harmonic ES down on the 3 on the 9. Enigma long on the NQ3.
All right. Any other questions there? So I'm going to put out
Harmonic
a
ES on the
fix
3.
for moving that sound file, so you don't have to go and select those
Harmonic NQ on the
yourself. And yeah,
3.
let me
Harmonic
go get to
NQ on the
that.
3. Fib.NQ on the 6.
So I would treat, let's talk briefly about today. So I saw there are 1,300 companies
Harmonic
posting
NQ on the
earnings
3.
today after hours.
Harmonic
So
NQ on the
morning
3.
session area, treat it almost like
Fib.NQ on the
pre-FOMC,
6.
trade toward the golden ropes. The afternoon, though, that final hour is
Harmonic
going to be
NQ on the 3.
insane, right? Great opportunities in the final hour of the day.
NQ on the 3.
Hopefully I'll get a chance here after I get out this release here this afternoon to trade with you guys in a live stream during the afternoon session.
NQ on the 9.
Okay. If you think of some other questions, pop them in the Ask Vinny questions section on the left-hand side of Discord, and I will catch you
Harmonic
guys
NQ
in
on
the
the
next
3.
one. Hopefully everybody is excited about that new audio box. Of course, once it's
Harmonic
once you get the
NQ on
files
3.
figured out, it's quite easy. Oh, there's the clicks and clacks right now running there in replay. Oh, I should mention that when you're running at super high speed,
Harmonic NQ on the 9.
in this current version, we are not, I won't say we are not going to run this at super high speed. So this will work at default as though it is 1x speed. Okay. I think in the next version, I've kind of thought with it in my mind, like I was concerned with it crashing people's machines, but I think it's okay. We have the tests that I've run so far, they've been okay. So I'm going to go ahead and crank it up. So there will be a future release where it will go just as fast in market replay. It will try to keep up with your 200x speed and whatnot.
Divergence down.
But for now, it's just going to be time based. So it's like it's running at 1x. So if you were to put this down here on 1x, this is going to be accurate, just like you would be in live markets for now. If you want to do a market replay faster in the future, We'll work on that. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. For me, Peppy, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Cortis, G, and the rest of the gang. I am sitting out the Big H Town. See ya.